Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel, and here's a headline that you're absolutely going to love if you're an XRP holder. Analyst reveals the only barrier preventing XRP from reaching $11 to $27.50. And a big part of the reason that I'm really looking forward to sharing this with you is because, look, even though I don't make price predictions, that's not what this is. Certainly not from me, and arguably not from the analyst that is sharing his thoughts. You'll see why I'm saying that in just a second here. What's important is the thinking behind it. Because, look, there is a reason that I've said since my earliest days investing in crypto that what really matters, one of the things that matters the most, frankly, is the crypto pie getting bigger. Which is why I've always wanted to have broad exposure to the entire crypto asset class, broader exposure. Because it's just a matter of fact, and the data supports this. It's not just my opinion, the data supports this. You know, if you get a bigger crypto pie, that's absolutely a rising tide that lifts all boats. But before going further, I do want to be clear, I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. As I record this video, it is 11:37 p.m. Central Time, Wednesday, September 4th, 2024. We have the price of XRP at, what is it? 55 cents, Bitcoin 57,176 bucks. People feeling a bit scare, as you well know. Crypto Fear and Greed Index at 29 out of 100. So with a sentiment like this, perhaps it's a really good time to share with you some very positive thoughts here as it pertains specifically to the price action of XRP, which are grounded in reality. You do not need Fantasyland, hopium, completely ridiculous price predictions from idiots talking about thousands of dollars of XRP when this thing runs, because all the money and know what you hold and all that crap. You can live in reality and still achieve life-changing wealth. That's the part that's exciting to me. And so I always argue reality is sufficiently exciting. So I'll share with you the analyst that is being referenced here in this piece. This piece is none other than Crypto Insight UK. And I share stuff from him on my channel with a certain amount of regularity. I think he's a pretty reasonable, thoughtful guy here. And he has a good point. What's on your screen right here is a historical snapshot from January 7th, 2018. This is from CoinMarketCap. Now, I've pulled up historical snapshots before, and they don't have literally every day. He's showing you January 17th because there's an update only every so many days. Now, technically, the all-time high for XRP was January 4th. So just so that you know, he's pulling from data from a few days after that. Not that that matters. I just thought I'd note that since it's so close to the actual literal all-time high of XRP. And so as you can see, when the snapshot occurred, the price of XRP was $3.37. And I refuse to believe that that's the last time that we'll ever see a price like that for XRP. It does not compute. I firmly believe that we haven't seen that since then because of the attack from the SEC, and you could perhaps reasonably argue that also after getting an 80,000% pump, maybe it needed more than one cycle to cool off a little bit. Okay, fair enough, but it's had some time to cool down now. It's got everything under the sun going for it. But here's what Crypto Insight UK had to say. On January 7th, 2018, XRP hit $3.37 with XRP dominance at 15.5% of a $691 billion total crypto market cap. And I'll just pause to note here, at the time that I'm recording, because he just said at the time, $691 billion total crypto market cap. As I record this video, it is over $2 trillion. People are still fearful. It's so funny. This never changes. The degree to which people feel fear right now, it's the same that has happened in every previous market cycle. And I just sitting here looking, yeah, but did the crypto pie get bigger? And very clearly the answer is yes. And so that's why I'm always sitting here just chilling, like, even if we go into a bear market now, like everybody's going to panic, fine. But then I'll just wait until we're not in a bear market anymore, which will happen at some unknown point in the future. Like, you just got to chill about this stuff. And if you have a sufficiently long time horizon, it's easier to do that. And so look, that all those people were freaking. I understand that was the height of euphoria, but think about where we were at the end of 2018. And then the middle of December, I believe Bitcoin bottomed December 15th of 2018, I want to say. How low did the market cap for the asset class get? Like 150 billion? We're now over 2 trillion. So whichever point you want to look at, I'm just saying, for those that wait and let time do the heavy lifting, you end up being okay. This isn't something that you need to be terrified about. And that's why I always encourage broad exposure. And I still think XRP makes all the sense in the world, which is why I'm happy that's my largest individual crypto holding here. But it's kind of funny when you look at it from that perspective, isn't it? And then he says, since then, XRP circulating supply has inflated by 69%. And by the way, out of curiosity, I was wondering how much Bitcoin's circulating supply had increased since that point in time, because it increased by a few million. And so it came out to about 17% since then. So a 17% circulating supply increase for Bitcoin then, versus for this time period, 69% for XRP, which if you look at that on the surface and you don't think any further, you might think that sounds bad, but not so fast. For much of Bitcoin's life, the inflation rate was much, much, much higher, yet it still got adoption and it didn't matter. Furthermore, if you can look at other cryptocurrencies that have had notably, from just if you look at individual years, other altcoins, compared to XRP's increase in circulating supply, that have had like 3 times that rate, and they've still outperformed XRP. So, clearly, as I always say, and this absolutely is true, what matters more than supply increase, generally speaking, there can be outliers, but like completely unreasonable, fine, I'm sure you could find something. What really matters is the demand. And that's part of the reason I was looking forward to share this with you, because he gets to that. So check this out. He then writes, if XRP dominance rose to 15% today, it would place XRP's market cap at $330 billion, just 2.5x from 2017, and price would be around $5.50 without any crypto market growth. So think about that. We would get, since there's been a change in circulating supply, and just to be clear, in case there's anybody new to crypto, the way that market cap is calculated within the crypto asset class is you take the circulating supply and you multiply it whatever the current market price is. So, of course, even if you have no change in market price, if you have an increase in the circulating supply, then you end up with a way higher market cap. That's the same reason that even though Tether is still worth $1, and last I checked it always has been, other than small deviations during times of markets being scared. Other than that, it's always been $1. Yet it's way higher in market cap. I mean, it's hanging out in the top 10 coins by market cap. It's number 6 right now. Sorry, that was USDC. Tether's number 3. Okay, anyway, it doesn't matter. $118 billion. So they're just making more, okay? Now, in this case, XRP is not, it's not new XRP being created. It's just XRP being considered to be in circulating supply by Lifecoin Watch, by CoinMarketCap. But it's just kind of fascinating to think that you can get a way bigger market cap, even technically with no change in price. But if you're talking about what that would actually mean, if you're talking about, getting that level, what we had in 2017, in early 2018, I mean, tenfold increase to $5.50, which frankly, I got to be honest with you, and I'm not making a price prediction here. I never do that because it would be disingenuous. I'm not a chart guy. That doesn't sound like a lot of heavy lifting if we're in a crazy euphoric mode. It really doesn't. Markets go ballistic. There's way more than enough necessary money to make that happen if you're talking about true, full-blown euphoria, right? And then he says, currently, the crypto market cap is 3.2x larger than when XRP was at $3.37. And so, it's crazy to think about. What did I say earlier in the video? Think about this. The asset, and if you compare it, like I said, from the bottom of that bear market, the end of 2018, when it was like whatever it was, 100. I'm using a rough number from my memory, 150, 180 billion, whatever it was. It's gone even way higher since then, which is kind of cool to see. But I think the point being here is, like, the asset class does move in tandem. And so here's the rest of what he said, and there's a reason I'm making this point here. So he said, again, currently the crypto market cap is 3.2x larger than when XRP was at $3.37. If the total crypto market cap rises to $4 to $5 trillion, or even $9 to $10 trillion, that's a 2 to 5x increase, putting XRP between $11 to $27.50, 27.5 cents, and 50 cents rather. And so to be clear, you can see that that's not technically a price prediction, but he's just saying, if you're talking about that type of percentage, and if the market cap for the entire crypto asset class goes up to that level, do you think XRP is going to get a piece of the pie? For me, the answer is yes, and it will go parabolic at some point, and that's where you'd have the height of it in terms of percentage dominance, sure. But that's the cool thing about this. Are you betting on the entire crypto pie to get bigger? Because I am. That's part of what gives me peace here. And on top of that, of course, looking at the fact that XRP has all the makings of long-term viability. It has existed for over a decade. So why wouldn't I think that would persist in the future? Well, I do. And so then if the entire crypto pie gets bigger and XRP gets a piece of it, and there's that much more money in here, how is that not reasonable to suppose might happen? If you're talking about, especially if you're talking about a time when crazy amount of money flows in here. That's why I wanted to highlight this. And because here's the deal. This is the truth of the matter. XRP has always moved in tandem with the market. And yes, there have been times where it's gotten beaten down because of artificial things like the SEC nonsense. Sure. And it makes sense that it would have to correct for a long time after an 80,000% price increase. Okay, I'll buy that, fine. But it still moves in tandem with the market. So if the market's going to keep expanding and if XRP continues to be useful to people and businesses, what do you think happens ultimately? If there's a mismatch here in value and price, you know what markets do? They figure that out. If there's a mismatch, people start to figure it out, and then people copy other people, and then they're like, wait a minute, this thing's going, and before you know it, and you get green candles. And so he says, the barrier isn't market cap, it's attention. Will XRP capture the same hype as before? Only time will tell. Spot on. And so when he says the problem isn't the market cap, it's attention, that's very similar to me saying the real problem, it's the demand. The demand isn't there. If there's demand for the entire crypto asset class, and if there's not artificial interference from the SEC, what do you think happens next? I mean, I know my bet. My bet is this thing goes ballistic. There's nothing holding it back. And wouldn't you know it, this is all happening. This is what's been happening right now. Actually, having legal clarity, everything else, all these incredible developments this year and last year, actually, even from a technical perspective and utility perspective, all this is happening, legal clarity. And we've seen over the last, call it what? Close to, it's been a few months. I mean, XRP has been substantially outperforming. In fact, so there's this post here. I'll just pull this up real quick just to mention it. There's this post from Charting Guy, and he said he's going to update his XRP BTC chart perspective soon. And he wrote, called the lows and bounce from June until August perfectly. Now it's consolidating as expected. It's almost time for another breakout. This one should be even bigger. Side note, it's funny that XRP has outperformed Bitcoin for the past 3 months, and nobody has batted an eye. They will soon. Exactly. So it's fascinating, and you know that if you're paying attention, and I know you are, XRP has substantially outperformed almost every coin in the top 100 for the past 3 months. Substantially. It's been, pick your time frame, but it's been about at the top. That's astonishing for a coin that I'm told is a dino coin, and it's going to fall to the top 10, and nobody uses it, blah, 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 which is all a bunch of crap. But that's what I keep hearing from all the haters out there, right? That is what I keep hearing. So it's fascinating that those people still haven't recognized that XRP has been outperforming, which is why I tell you, my opinion is, if this market's going to go, if we are going to have an altis, if it's going to go ballistic, and XRP's already shown, hey guys, look at me, some people are noticing, because what did I say a second ago? This happens. If there's a misalignment between value and price, the market figures that out. Eventually, another way to say that is, markets always find a bottom. If something's not going to zero, a bottom is formed, and then there's a reversal. If XRP's not going to zero, it finds a bottom, and then there's a reversal. What have we seen the last few months? Outperformance of XRP against the rest of the market, broadly speaking, right? And so if most people haven't figured that out yet, and I think most haven't, they're going to. That's why at the end he wrote here, they will soon, with the little winky face. Exactly. Of course markets find bottoms. XRP is not going to cease to exist when there's literal adoption. It's literally used every single day in enterprise-grade software. Developers building on it, on the ledger, and clearly, if the market didn't think it made sense, even from an investment perspective, it wouldn't have stayed in the top 10 by market cap for over a decade, its entire existence. And it's amazing that it did that, as I always say, not just because of the SEC attack. I mean, that part I say fairly frequently. But think about this. It ramped up 80,000%, cratered down how far down, well over 90%, whatever the 90-something percentage is. And it stayed in the top 10 coins by market cap the whole time. It wasn't just some sort of fluke. It stayed in the top 10. That's unheard of. So to anybody that says XRP doesn't make sense, I respectfully disagree. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.